Coming from a small village, Khamzat Chimaev is one of the most dominated middleweights in the world. Today we are going to break down the career of the undefeated prospect, who may soon become a challenger for the UFC title.
What now? Say something! Don't what now? All you boys! This is Chechnya!
Chechnya, a small village in Russia, where he experienced the harsh realities of war and death. Once the conflict ended, he found a passion for wrestling. At 19, he moved to Sweden with his family and started working as a security guard. His turning point came when he watched Conor McGregor defeat Jose Aldo. Inspired, Chimaev thought, I can do it better. Quit his job and devoted himself entirely to training, living in the gym almost non-stop for the next 3 years.
So how long did you live here?
Almost 3 years.
2 years in that room.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Like old home.
Chimaev's first amateur fight happened on September 10, 2017, at Fight Club Rush against Khalid Lalam. He came out strong and aggressive, clearly dominating the first round. Chimaev landed a powerful shot in the second round that knocked Lalam down. He then took the fight to the ground and finished it with a Darce choke. While records for his second and third amateur fights are missing, it is known that Khamzat won both. One win came by guillotine choke and the other by TKO. Khamzat Chimaev made his international debut at Fight Arena 14. In the first round, Chimaev took his opponent down and delivered a relentless barrage of strikes. And as the second round began, Chimaev landed a precise jab that sent his opponent crashing to the canvas. Chimaev then unleashed a series of powerful blows until the referee got involved, halting the fight and declaring Chimaev the winner. This victory marked Chimaev's successful start in the international arena. 3 months later, Khamzat Chimaev entered the octagon once again, this time facing Magner at Fight Club Rush 3. As the fight began, Chimaev immediately went for a takedown and began delivering powerful strikes from the top. Magner, despite struggling to defend against Chimaev ground and pound, but managed to make a surprising comeback. He landed a punch that knocked Chimaev's mouthpiece out of place. Quickly repositioning his mouthpiece, Chimaev responded with a rear naked choke. In the second round, Chimaev secured his second career victory. After securing 3 amateur victories and 2 professional wins, Khamzat Chimaev signed with Brave on 2018. In his debut fight in Brave and third professional bout, Chimaev came out with impressive speed and aggression. He landed a powerful punch that knocked his opponent Marco to the ground. A subsequent straight kick to the body further destabilized Marco. Chimaev continued to deliver heavy shots, and Marco was unable to mount a comeback. Khamzat relentlessly pummeled him until the referee stepped in, stopping the fight and awarding Chimaev another decisive victory. 1 month later, at Brave CF20, Khamzat took his 4th professional fight on short notice in December, facing Sidney Wheeler. In the first round, Wheeler launched a quick attack, but Khamzat skillfully defended himself and executed a takedown. From a dominant position, he unleashed a series of punches and hammer fists from the back. In just 35 seconds, Chimaev secured the victory, further display his abilities in the octagon. Khamzat's next challenge was Ikram Aliskerov, an alarming opponent also on an impressive 8-fight win streak. Many believed Ikram would be the one to defeat Chimaev. When the fight began, both fighters appeared calm and composed. Chimaev landed a powerful right hook that briefly stunned Aliskerov. Ikram managed to recover and defend against Chimaev's takedown attempts. The two exchanged kicks and punches, not wanting to give ground. Ultimately, Chimaev delivered a perfectly timed uppercut, which led to a takedown of Aliskerov. With this victory, Khamzat secured his 5th win in MMA. Nearly 6 months later, On October 4, 2014, Khamzat stepped into the brave octagon for the final time, facing off against Mzwandile Hlongwa. From the outset, Khamzat aimed for a takedown, showcasing his dominance on the ground. Hlongwa struggled to counter Khamzat's powerful grappling. As the first round came to a close, Khamzat had already taken Hlongwa down multiple times, delivering a relentless assault. At the start of the second round, Chimaev threw his opponent into his corner. Listening intently to his coach's instructions, demonstrating his superior technique, Khamzat submitted Hlongwa with a Bravo choke, sealing his victory. Now standing at 6-0, Khamzat's rising popularity caught the attention of the UFC, who offered him a contract.
Fighting out of the blue corner, out of Stockholm, Sweden, Khamzat Chimaev.
His debut fight was set against John Phillips, and despite the short notice, Khamzat was ready to prove himself. On July 16, 2020, Chimaev entered the UFC octagon for the first time. His typical fashion, he took his opponent down, bringing him to his corner and delivering a relentless assault. Phillips, like Khamzat's previous opponents, was unable to counter his overwhelming power. The first round ended with Khamzat clearly dominating. As the second round began, Chimaev swiftly executed another takedown and finished Phillips with a Bravo choke, securing yet another decisive victory.
When they go to the cage, they scare. But I wanna fight. I love the fight.
Khamzat's popularity skyrocketed with 7 dominant wins. Just 10 days after his last fight, Chimaev faced Rhys McKee at UFC Fight Night 174. As the fight began, Khamzat followed his game plan, taking McKee down and throwing him into his corner. He unleashed his signature ground and pound assault, forcing the referee to step in and stop the fight. Chimaev secured another first-round victory, continuing his winning streak.
Congratulations, obviously 2 wins in 10 days, a UFC record for victories. I mean, what's the emotion like for you after these 2 wins?
I feel amazing, like I said 10 days before. I'm so happy to be here, make history.
Chimaev's next opponent was Gerald Meerschaert, renowned for his grappling skills and toughness in the octagon. However, the fight took an unexpected turn when Khamzat delivered a powerful right hook, knocking Gerald out in just 17 seconds. It was yet another first-round victory for Khamzat, showcasing his striking ability. Everything was going perfectly for Khamzat. He was unstoppable. But then, out of nowhere, Chimaev announces his retirement. He says, "I have cancer."
No money anymore, brother. He was stressed and he would jump out on the doctor. What you talking about and this shit? And they bring other doctor and he said, no, it's not cancer, it's corona.
Khamzat took his retirement back, comes back into the octagon facing Li Jingliang on UFC 273. As the fight began, Khamzat quickly went for a takedown, lifting Li and slamming him to the ground. After landing several powerful shots, Chimaev secured a rear naked choke, earning another victory and improving his record to 10-0.
Khamzat, congratulations. 10-0, 100% finish rates. You've taken 1 strike in your time here at the UFC. How does this feel?
Feels good. Happy to be here. I love that. I want to be there more and get some war, you know.
After a long hiatus, Chimaev returned to the octagon on April 9, 2022, to face Gilbert Burns, the number 2 contender in the welterweight division.
Oh,
Fuck your ass.
Hit the table. The fuck. See you Saturday, buddy.
I can see you every minute. Come on backstage, smash your face.
By this time, Khamzat had become a global sensation due to his dominant 10-fight win streak. Many expected this fight to follow the same pattern as his previous ones, but it was a different challenge. Khamzat began with his usual aggressive pressure and attempted a takedown. Burns responded with a low kick, while Khamzat landed a left hand. The round was marked by a significant exchange, including a big hit from Gilbert and a straight right hand from Chimaev that dropped Burns. An elbow followed, and the first round ended in a thrilling battle. In the second round, Gilbert Burns landed a big left hand that nearly dropped Chimaev, along with a powerful uppercut. Khamzat responded with an uppercut of his own, but Burns answered with a punch that dropped Chimaev. A takedown concluded the intense round. It was the first round Khamzat had lost in his career and marked the first time he reached the third round in a fight. As the third round began, Chimaev returned to his signature style of relentless aggression. The fighters traded punches back and forth until the round ended. It was the toughest fight of Khamzat's professional career, but he emerged victorious by unanimous decision. After his battle with Gilbert Burns, Khamzat faced Kevin Holland at UFC 279.
Khamzat Chimaev! Official weight 178.5.
Holland was considered a terrifying opponent due to his knockout power. As the fight began, Khamzat immediately went for a takedown. After some ground exchanges, Chimaev secured a Darce choke, claiming another victory.
He might tap. It looks like his right hand was breaking his tap. I'm here with the winner, Khamzat Chimaev. Hey, so what now? Say something! So what now? All you boys, this is just your
At UFC 294, Khamzat faced Kamaru Usman, a former champion and black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, in the co-main event. The fight started with Khamzat executing a single-leg takedown, bringing Usman to the ground. Khamzat climbed onto Usman's back and began landing strikes. He attempted a choke, but couldn't secure it. The first round ended with Khamzat controlling Usman without managing to finish the fight. In the second round, Usman landed a perfect jab and right hand, but Chimaev responded by taking him down again. The round ended without significant developments, setting the stage for the third round. The final round began with Usman landing a combination of strikes. Khamzat went for another takedown and succeeded. After some grappling exchanges, both fighters stood up for the last 5 seconds. Chimaev won by majority decision, bringing his record to 13 fights and 13 wins.